Alright, so please tell me if I'm crazy. My friend, I know I'm not crazy, but this is what happened in the UPS store today in Marlyon, New Jersey. On, I think it's Route 73 or Route 70 or whatever that route is, whatever that main road is right there. So my friend Marcus and I walk into the UPS store. He's got like some shirts and clothes he's got to return to an app called Shein, something like that. I never heard of it until today. So he goes in to return it, and there's two women behind there. We walk in, you know, we're not dressed crazy. Like we were dressed nice. Like we were dressed nice. We both had like a nice shirt on, like nothing crazy. He had a freaking vest on. I had a Eddie Bauer shirt on. So like, it's not like we were walking in there like homeless people. Walked in there, normal customers in the middle of the day. And so he walked up and tried to return it. And she goes, those need to be in a box or a bag. And he was like, okay, I thought you could just scan the barcode, because there was a barcode on the individual bags, and he was returning it for somebody else, so he didn't know. Man, we're guys, man, we don't return stuff. We don't work at the UPS store that these two ladies do, and they're both looking at us and talking to us, and they both looked at us like we're weird. We're just like walking there, and then one of them like, oh, I can help you, right? Like, we walked in together, and the lady like, why would we both? She was like, I can help you over here. Like, I'm like, oh no, I'm just hanging out with him. And then she's like, oh, I'm like, yeah, I'm just here in the store. Like, I didn't say it. Like, I was like, yeah, I'm just hanging out with him. So, she basically just said, you guys need the bag. You guys need a bag. And then he was like, oh, you can't just scan the barcode. She's like, no, that's not, that barcode, no, that barcode doesn't go there. They're not going, and the other girl's like, yeah, UPS, the Fed, she was like, UPS, the guys won't take it. They just won't take it. They won't accept it like that. And we were like, okay. And I'm like, Marcus is on the phone trying to call his girl and like text his girl to figure out, because his girl told him he should just be able to walk in the store and they should scan the barcode. So he's like, you know, not visibly pissed off at all. I'm just like, what the fuck? I'm like, okay, aren't we in the UPS store? Like, how do we, I'm like, so what's the normal process? I said that. I'm like, so what's the normal process? She was like, the normal process is you bring a bag with it in there, the original bag. And then the other girl was like, it needs to be in the original bag that it came in. And Marcus was like, oh, the original. And I was like, so Marcus, what did it come in? And he was like, a bag. And I was like, all right, do you have that? He's like, nah. I was like, but damn it. Okay, maybe that's what she's talking about. And I was like, okay, do you guys have a bag here? She was like, yeah, it's $4.59 though. And I was like, okay. Like, all right. Can we buy that one and just use that? They're like, yeah. And I'm like, why didn't you just fucking say that in the first, like, so I didn't snap it. I didn't snap at all. But I was like staring at him. And then they were like, yeah, normally you bring it back. I'm like, okay. I'm like, but you do have the bags though, right? And then she's like, yeah. I'm like, okay, so why didn't you just say that? And they both went like, yeah, haha. And I walked out of the store. I was like, because this shit happens to me all the time. I thought it was me. I just walked out of the store. I mean, all the time this shit happens to me. So I didn't want to embarrass myself in front of Marcus. I haven't seen Marcus in a few while. Second time we're hanging out in a while. Just my boy I grew up with. And we get outside, and I was sitting, I'm like, yo, over here, we get in the car, we start driving. I'm like, bro, am I crazy? And he was like, what? And I'm like, what the fuck was that? And he's like, I don't know why they just didn't offer me the bag. I'm like, thank you. Why the fuck didn't you just offer us the bag? Why do you say, oh, we got a bag right here for sale? Why wouldn't you want, first of all, why wouldn't you want the business? Isn't that your fucking job? Don't you want the money for the UPS store? Why would that? You should hope customers come in and don't know what they're doing and don't have the bag proper, so you can make that $4.59 and $4.59 and $4.50. Like, aren't you in business to make money? There's two employees there too, and they were about to let us walk out. You were about to say that needs to be in a bag. Bye. Like, what the fuck? That's crazy. I get this shit all the time in stores. All the time. I have a job. That's not how I treat customers. That's crazy shit. Crazy shit. By the way, the two ladies were black, and my friend Marcus is black, and I'm fucking Caucasian.